Libra, Libra sun, Libra moon, Libra rising. Oh gosh, oh golly, this is going to be a fun one for you, Libra. Yeah, this is big stuff. We've got this is the North Node over here in your house of relationships. We have Chiron in your house of relationships. We have the Sun in your house of relationships. And we have Mercury in your house of relationships. And this moon eclipse is happening at 5 degrees. 5 degrees of Aries, 5 degrees of Libra. So it's like right on a foundational axis for you. I mean, no, casual. We've Black Moon Lilith in your house of soul purpose. We have Mars just went into Pisces, 1 degree of Pisces, everyday life and practical service. Saturn has been in your house of everyday life and practical service. Venus is in your house of everyday life and practical service. Neptune is in your house of everyday life and practical service. Pluto went into Aquarius in your house of play and joy. Uranus and Jupiter in your 8th house. Shared possessions. Libra, some of you will be purchasing property in the next 2 to 3 years maybe, or maybe this year, who knows? But that conjunction is happening over here. That's not until April, but that's an exciting thing for you. So, yeah, some of you are looking for partners. Some of you have new partners. Some of you are open for relationships. This is exciting. I'll just put it as lenses. I wear these big old glasses, so I always look at things as lenses. So a full moon, just without it being an eclipse, I would say this is you releasing old versions of self. The South Node has been in your sign for a little while, Libra, so it has probably felt, and we're about halfway through that transit. The South Node will go into Virgo January 2025, so it's probably just felt like the gutters inside of yourself have been just like a water hose of like divine light and everything that does not serve you and is being removed, but it does not feel good. I know a lot of Libras have had relationships ending, or Libra placements, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Relationships have ended. Relationships are transforming. So many different things. That is, Aries is your descendant sign over here. We're coming into healthy relationships as you remove certain aspects of yourself, the South Node over here in your sign. But this full moon eclipse is saying, like a full moon would be, release old versions of yourself. Release things and just make a list of them and say, I am not this anymore. I'm not this, I'm not this, I'm not Miss. You can do some woo-woo with it, burn the whole paper, like give it over to the full moon. And I don't want this to intimidate you, but this is, eclipses like we've been talking about, and like we've been talking about all year, or for the past 6 months, or since, the South Node went into your sign. This is really about, we know that we are consciousness running these human avatars and that we are in a third dimensional matrix. We are aware of all of these things. But this says to me that whatever your soul, and we know this about eclipses, if your soul has gone off course, the eclipses slap you back into place, back into your lane. So anything that you have not, there's like something that you're hiding from the universe, something that you think that you can hide from the universe, but you are the universe experiencing itself. So you can't hide from yourself. Maybe some of you could do some mirror work and look into your own eyes and say, I love you, and see what comes up. I love you. I'm worthy. I'm good enough. I'm a healthy person in my relationships. The descendant sign over here, which is where the sun is in the sky, where Mercury, Chiron, and the North Node is, and we'll have that Mercury retrograde in your house of relationships. That's starting on April 1st. So I do think that there might be new people coming into your life, relationships changing. Maybe April will bring some, I don't want to say breakups, but maybe some of you could benefit from a couples session, maybe with a counselor or a spiritual guide, a spiritual leader, someone who can hold space for you, Libra. That would be advantageous for your relationships, especially around April. But right now, this is about you. This is about you in your relationships. The descendant sign is seeing God, seeing the universe in the others around us, and the people around us represent how we feel about ourselves. What do you mean by that, Sarah? If you love yourself, you're surrounded by people that also love themselves. If you don't like yourself, or if you're lying to yourself, you're surrounded by people that don't like themselves, or are lying to themselves, or are lying to you. If you're keeping people in your life for safety, security, and comfort, and they're 8 out of 10, know that you're an equal and opposite response to them. You're an 8 out of 10 for them as well. And the more you just vibe, the more you just become your true self and release all those versions of yourself. What do you mean by that, Sarah? Just, my ear is ringing right now. If you have a spiritual practice and you don't talk about it very much, or if you believe in the sun and the moon and what's happening, and you follow the moon, but you don't talk about it very much, talk about it. Just say it and see what happens. You will just vibrationally bring people in or push them away. I was chit-chatting with a customer at the restaurant, and I have so many customers that come in. They're like, what's going on with the sun and the moon, Sarah? What's happening right now? And this one woman, she was like, I didn't know you did this. Because I was like, yeah, I'm a channel. This is what I do. I do all of these things. She goes, I didn't know that. She's like, I'm a Reiki master. Yeah, the more you talk about it, the more you understand that the people around you just get it. They do. But you're cardinal air energy. You told the universe you'd go first in certain capacities. This is cardinal signs: Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. You told the universe as a cardinal sign that you would go first, that you would do something first. You're a leader of intellect. Yeah. And your ruling planet Venus is in your house of everyday life and practical service. This is also the health axis over here, Libra. So if there are certain patterns, certain foods that you'd like to remove, or maybe a new exercise program that could be advantageous, definitely get an accountability buddy, get a coach. But I would highlight, if there are relationship troubles going on right now, if you are in a partnership, and it doesn't even have to be a trouble, but if there are things that are going on, every single leader that's ever done anything of importance has a team, has a mentor, has people that hold space for them, that help show you your shadow. Ooh, Libra, if you're surrounded by yes people, look at that. Look at that. You need people that actually love you enough to be honest with you, love you enough to say, hey, you got food in your teeth, maybe don't go out there. And again, like we mentioned a few weeks ago, this is for some Libras. If you are constantly the person that pays for lunch, constantly, but everybody brings something else to the table, those are your people. If you're constantly paying for lunch and everybody just expects you to pay for lunch, and everybody's just like, oh, no, it's okay, Libra, I'll take care of it, but they're not actually bringing things to the table, look at it. Just look at it. Don't judge yourself. This is eclipse season. There'll be a Mercury retrograde coming up first.